guys, quick morning break. If you have blocks or a towel or a blanket or a bolster or a pillow, just to start with underneath your back, and you don't need anything. And also if you have a scarf or a strap, we'll get into that. So I'm gonna start with blocks underneath me. So probably most of you have been up for a while. I promise I've been up. I just look like I rolled out of my bed. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna do blocks underneath shoulder blades and head. If you're doing a pillow or anything underneath your back or even your knees is nice. You don't need any of it. And if you're doing the blocks, have them like between your shoulder blades. Find that spot where you feel supported. And then you don't need one underneath your head, but I'm gonna use one underneath my head. Feet parallel, Baddha Konasana, straight out. Which one works for you? And then close the eyes, take a deep breath in and out. Whatever is supporting your body, blocks, the earth, bolsters, let your body be supported. Like you are being held and nurtured. So that you feel secure enough to really just let go. Pay attention to your breath as it moves in and out of your body. And that's where it stops. Just pay attention to your breath as it moves in and out of your body. And if your mind moves to something else, totally fine. Just bring it back to your breath. But if your mind keeps moving to something else, a situation, word, something that you don't need, that's bothering you, just notice what that is and take a moment to acknowledge that thing. That person, that word, that thought, that feeling. Acknowledge it and really thinking about it, tell yourself to let it go. Let it go from your mind, let it go from your thoughts, let it go from where it's held in your body and in your heart. And so many times it's easier said than done, but if you keep just telling yourself, let it go, let it go, you'll find that it can become easier. And pull yourself back to your breath. Pull yourself back to the heartbeat. Pull your self into a space that is nurturing and kind and loving and joyful. I told my kids this morning that I was in a bubble of protection and peace, and that no yelling could come into my bubble. It would be bounced right back off. So imagine that you're creating that sphere, that bubble of protection, that bubble of whatever you need, and all the negativity, all the unnecessary just bounces right off of it. It worked. Take a few more rounds of breath to clear away what we don't need, to bring in what we do to create our bubble of peace and protection and love. And then stretch the arms, stretch your legs. Oh man. Oh. Bring your feet back in, roll off of whatever is underneath you. Roll back to your back, and as you roll onto your back, you can bring your knees into your chest again. Gently rock side to side. Circle the ankles, stretch your legs up to the sky, circle your ankles more, wiggle your toes. And then again, hugging the knees into your chest. Let's warm up our core just a little bit here. So take an inhale, and with the exhale, draw your navel in. Feel like your low back's pulling to the floor. And as your ribs pull in together, can you curl yourself up? And then reach your arms up to the sky. And if you have to let your shoulders go, then let them go. If you're reaching to the sky, can you feel like your shoulders peel off a little bit more? And then maybe draw them back in line with your ears. And then exhale, hug your ankles, lift them in tighter. And then extend the legs out. Maybe it's really high to the sky, or maybe they can lower a little bit. And then bring them back in. So you can choose just arms, just legs, or inhale, extend both. And exhale, hug in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug. Inhale, reach. Keep the shoulders high. Exhale, get them higher. 3 more. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. Hold. Pull the belly in. Lift the shoulders just a little bit higher. Roll the inner thighs to the ground. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, hug. Let it go. So heating up our core, our center. Our center physically, it supports the rest of us, right? Our center in more of a mental, spiritual, whatever space. You know, at your center, you're strong. At your center, you're loving. At your center, you are kindness. Let's move from our center. Rock back and forth a few times. And then we'll just end up hands and knees. Step back. Spread the fingers wide, round your back, look at your belly. Inhale, let your belly drop, lift up your heart. Exhale, round, hug the navel in. Inhale, lift heart. Circle around if it feels pretty good to you. I would take my knees a little bit wider, personal preference. And then just the opposite direction. And as you're doing this, your wrists are starting to warm up a little bit. So how far forward can you move? Maybe you've turned your fingers off to the side or even fingers towards your knees. And then coming back to center, spread the fingers wide. Have your strap, your scarf somewhere nearby your feet. Tuck your toes, come into down dog. And then bend the knees and wiggle yourself out a little bit. Breathing in, breathing out. Hug the front ribs in, move your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, push yourself forward to plank, shoulders over the wrists, strong and solid. Exhale, come back to down dog. Walk your hands back, 1 handprint at a time towards your feet. Feet are nice and wide, grab opposite elbow and let yourself sway from side to side. Lift all 10 toes, soften all 10 toes. And then just pause in the center, letting your arms get a bit heavier, lifting your sitting bones just a little bit higher. Grab whatever it is, your strap, your scarf, bend your knees, and then bringing your hands to your thighs. Think of cat, hug your navel in, let your head hang, and slowly, because of that strong core, roll yourself up. Get to the top, roll the shoulders back, open up your chest. All right, I'm gonna face you, but you can stay exactly as you are. Grab hold of your strap, your scarf, have it a little bit wider than your shoulders, and the thumbs slightly in, and then just inhale, take the arms to the sky. So try it out here to draw the shoulders up to your ears. If possible, don't ever do that. Keep them down. Lift your heart up and back, open up through your chest, breathe. So feel like your arms are really heavy. They're trying to pull back, they don't have to bend, they're gonna go as far as they go. And then as you exhale, think of that bend knee cat. Inhale, arms up, heart up, shoulders back. Exhale, hug navel in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Straight up. There's space, so don't let your arm all of a sudden hit your ear, right? Keep and maintain this space. Press through the right foot, up and over, stretch. Feel like your right arm's reaching to the sky and your left arm's pulling to the floor. And maybe your right shoulder can roll back and your left hand forward some. Head goes to where it's comfortable, so if it's more comfortable to look down, then let it happen. Breathe. All right, then return that. Pull yourself up. Just maybe relax it. Feel the difference. Pull back up, shoulder soft, lift up, arc over. Breathe. Left shoulder can pull back, right hand forward, opening up space in the armpit. What's supporting you? Your core. Hug up through the pelvic floor, the navel pulls in. Head is where it's comfortable. Move it around, try different spaces. Pull yourself back up. Let it go. Move it aside. So now you're at the end of your mat. Inhale, arms to the sky. A little bit of a back bend. Exhale all the way down to the ground. Let your head go. Hands, shoulders right over the hands. Walk forward. Find your plank at the top. Inhale. Belly, chest to the mat. Exhale, lower with control. Move your shoulders back. Press to the feet. Hug the navel in and lift to a baby cobra. Exhale, push back. Child's pose. Hips to the heels. Walk your hands over to the left, pull your hips to the right, stretch. Come back through the center, hips to the left, hands to the right, stretch. Come back to center, rise up all fours, and then into down dog. Right leg to the sky, bend the knee, open up your hip. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Just sink through the hips, soften your left knee, lifting up your heart, and then straightening and bending the right leg a couple times, just pulling back and forth, and back. Forth. 1 more back. And forth. When you come forward, give a big twist. Open up your chest. Hand comes down, lift up the back leg, step it back, down dog. Left leg to the sky. Open up, open up. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, lift your heart, breathe into the front of your right hip. And then back and forth a couple times. Left leg stretches. And bends, stretches, and bends. 1 more. As you bend into the left knee, left arm to the sky, open up heart, breathe, head can be heavy. Hand comes down to the ground, step back, down dog. Inhale, pull yourself forward to your plank, hold your plank, so strong through your core. Press through the heels, reach forward through your heart, keep your shoulders away from your ears. 3 breaths, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more, inhale, exhale. Soften your knees, child's pose. Hands slide next to the knees, sit up onto your shins. Inhale the arms up to the sky, and then bend your elbows, open up your chest. Interlace the fingers behind your back, move your fist, open up your chest more. Let your hands come down, switch over to one side, and then soles of the feet come together. Lift your heart high, walk your hands forward. Take a couple breaths getting into the hips, low back and shoulders. And as you move into the rest of your day, keep coming back to that bubble. It's whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. But really, think of yourself in this protective space. You can let in what you want to let in, and the other stuff can just seriously bounce off. You can choose to let in what you want to let in. You have that strength, you have that power. It might be really hard, but that's why we practice again and again and again. Cross your ankles, hands to the sky, big stretch up, inhale. All of the love, all of the kindness, all of the protection pulls to your heart. Thank yourself for starting connected. Thank yourself for starting this day with love. Breath in, out. Namaste. Enjoy your day, everybody.